By the way, for those of you who don't know, Bulgaria is a lot hotter than you think. Today, I want to talk to you about what Tony Robbins calls the 6 human needs. When I learned about the 6 human needs a couple of years ago, it changed absolutely everything. It changed how I viewed myself, how I viewed my life, my relationships, and also how I coach my clients. It's a crucial element that I bring into the discussion with my client pretty early on because it can shape so much of the understanding of who we are, why we say and do the things we say and do, why we believe certain things and why we act in certain ways. So I'm going to record a series of videos explaining each of the 6 human needs that Tony Robbins identifies. And the first of those needs is certainty. Now, with all of these needs, we all have all of them. We all have a need for certainty. The only difference is to what extent and the vehicles we use to meet these needs. So certainty can show up in so many different ways in our life. It can show up in our relationships. It shows up in the way we spend or save money. It can show up in our business or working life. It can show up in the activities and sports that we take part in. We all have this need for certainty. I have certainty that this floor that I'm standing on isn't going to crumble and cave in. If I didn't have certainty over that, I wouldn't even be able to talk to you right now. I'd be too stressed. I'd be fearing for my life. I have certainty that when I'm driving a car, I push the brake pedal, it's going to slow down. If I wasn't sure of that, if I didn't have that level of certainty being met, then I would never get into another car again. So it can show up for different people in different ways. Now some people, and we all know these people, have a need for certainty that shows up in every single aspect of their life. They love to know what they're doing, where they're going, what they're going to eat. They go to the same karaoke bar at the same destination, the same holiday resort every single year. They have the same thing for lunch, they wear the same clothes, whatever. So those people have a high need for certainty. Entrepreneurs, adventure athletes, they have a much lower need for certainty. They actually like the uncertainty, which is the second human need I'll talk about in another video. So me as an entrepreneur and as a nomadic traveller and as a bit of an adventurer sometimes, I have quite a low tolerance or a low need for certainty. I don't mind living here for 4 months. I don't know what's around the corner. I've never been here before. We just moved here 3 days ago. We're going to be here for 4 months. I don't need to know everything about the city to move here. I run my own business, so therefore technically I don't know where my next paycheck's going to come from or how much it's going to be. I don't mind that. I can tolerate that because my need for certainty is being met in my relationships, especially with my wife Kim. I have complete certainty in that area of my life, therefore I can tolerate a load more certainty in other areas. Now, it's when our need for certainty isn't being met to the level at which we expect or want that we start getting stressed and we start trying to meet that need in other ways. Because we can meet needs in healthy ways or unhealthy ways. So ask yourself what your tolerance for certainty is, how much of a need for certainty you have, and what vehicles you use to meet that need. Do you have a load of money in the bank to save for a rainy day? Do you have a job that you know you've got a 3-month termination contract in your business? Do you work for the government so you know that industry isn't going to cave in anytime soon? Do you have a certainty of your friendships? How does it show up for you, and what happens when you don't have it?